Today I'll be discussing the remaining provisions which are available under Indian Penal Code, which are for the protection of the woman against violence. The previous was that the laws relating to rape. Now the next provisions which are available under the Indian Penal Code are kidnapping and abduction, one of the section, and that is the sections available are sections 359 to 373. Section 359, it provides that kidnapping is of two kinds, kidnapping from India and also kidnapping from lawful guardianship. 360 provides kidnapping from India. Whoever conveys any person beyond the limits of India without the consent of that person or of some person legally authorized to consent on behalf of that person is said to kidnap that person from India. Section 361, it provides kidnapping from lawful guardianship. What is the meaning of it? Whoever takes or entices any minor under 16 years of age if he is a male, or under 18 years of age if a female, or any person of unsound mind out of the keeping of the lawful guardian of such minor or person of unsound mind without the consent of such guardian is said to kidnap such minor or person from lawful guardianship. The words lawful guardian in this section include any person lawfully entrusted with the care or custody of such minor or other person. This section does not extend to the act of any person who in good faith believes himself to be the father of an illegitimate child or who in good faith believes himself to be entitled to lawful custody of such child unless such act is committed for an immoral or unlawful purpose. Next section or the provision available for kidnapping is that section 363, which provides the punishment for kidnapping. Whoever kidnap any person from India or from lawful guardianship, he shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. Next, section 363A, kidnapping or maiming a minor for the purpose of begging. And for this, a person will be punishable with imprisonment for either description which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. And whoever maims any minor in order that minor may be employed or used for the purpose of begging shall be punishable with imprisonment for life and also shall be liable to fine. Next section 364, it talks about kidnapping or abduction in order to murder. And he shall be punished with imprisonment for a life or rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. 364A, kidnapping for ransom. It provides that whoever kidnaps or abducts any person or keeps a person in detention after such kidnapping or abduction and threatens to cause death or hurt to such person or by his conduct gives rise to a reasonable apprehension that such person may be put to death or hurt or causes hurt or death to such person in order to compel the government or any foreign state or international intergovernmental organization or any other person to do or abstain from doing any act or to pay a ransom shall be punishable with death or imprisonment for life and shall also be liable to fine. Next is kidnapping or abducting with intent to secretly and wrongfully to confine that person. The punishment available is that it may extend to 7 years and it shall also be liable to fine. The one of the most prominent provision, which is especially for a woman, you can see the kidnapping, abducting or compelling a woman to marry. Whoever kidnaps or abducts any woman with intent that she may be compelled or knowingly to be likely that she will be compelled to marry any person against her will or in order that she may be forced or seduced to illicit intercourse or knowing it to be likely that she will be forced or seduced to illicit intercourse shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. And whoever by means of criminal intimidation as defined in this code or of abuse of authority or any other method of compulsion induces any woman to go from any place with intent that she may be or knowing that it is likely she will be forced or seduced to illicit intercourse with any other person shall be punished as aforesaid. That is 10 years and also fine. 366A, it tells that it deals with the procuration of a minor girl. Whoever, by any means whatsoever, induces any minor girl under the age of 18 years to go from any place or to do any act with intent that such a girl may be, or knowing that it is likely that she will be forced or seduced to illicit intercourse with another person, shall be punished with imprisonment which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Next is section 366b, is that whoever imports into India from any country outside India any girl under the age of 21 years with intent that she may mean or knowingly that she will be forced or seduced to illicit intercourse with another person, the punishment available is a imprisonment which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Section 367, it tells that kidnapping or abducting in order to subject person to grievous hurt, slavery, and its punishment is that imprisonment which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. 368 provides that wrongfully concealing or keeping in confinement kidnapped or abducted person. Whoever knowing that any person has been kidnapped or has been abducted wrongfully conceals or confines such person shall be punished in the same manner as if he has kidnapped or abducted such person with the same intention or knowledge or for the same purpose as that with or for which he conceals or detains such person in confinement. Section 369 provides kidnapping or abducting child under 10 years with intent to steal from its person. And for its, the punishment available is that whoever kidnaps or abducts any child under the age of 10 years with the intention of taking dishonestly any movable property from the person of such child shall be punished with imprisonment which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. Section 370, it specifically tells about the trafficking of a person. Whoever, for the purpose of exploitation, it recruits, transports, harbors, transfers, or receives a person by various means. It may be by using threats, or by using force, or by any other form of coercion, or by abduction, or by practicing fraud, deception, or by abuse of power, or by inducement, including the giving or receiving of payment or benefits, in order to achieve the consent of any person having control over the person recruited, transported, harbored, transferred, or received, commits the offense of trafficking. And the word exploitation, it shall include both physical exploitation or any other form of sexual exploitation, slavery, or practices similar to slavery, servitude, or the forced removal of organs. And you have heard definitely about the organ trafficking, the human trafficking, the woman trafficking. And the consent of the victim is immaterial in determination of the offense of trafficking. Now you see, whoever, section 370 specifically, it tells that whoever commits the offense of trafficking shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 7 years but which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Where the offense involves the trafficking of more than one person, then punishment is 10 years which may extend to imprisonment for life and also shall be liable to fine. Where the offence involves trafficking of a minor, it shall be punishable with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 10 years but which may extend to life imprisonment and shall also be liable to fine. Where the offence involves more than trafficking of more than one minor, it shall be punishment is law shall not be less than 14 years but which may extend to life imprisonment and shall also be liable to fine. If a person is convicted of the offence of trafficking of minor on more than one occasion, then such person shall be punished with imprisonment for life, which shall mean imprisonment for the remainder of that person's natural life and shall also be liable to fine. Moreover, when a public servant or a police officer is involved in the trafficking of any person, then such public servant or police officer shall be punished with imprisonment for life, which shall mean imprisonment for the remainder of that person's natural life and shall also be liable to fine. 370A, it provides exploitation of a trafficked person. Whoever knowingly or having reason to believe that a minor has been trafficked engages such minor for sexual exploitation in any manner, it shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment which shall not be less than 5 years but which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. And whoever, knowingly by or having reason to believe that the person has been trafficked, engages such person for sexual exploitation in any manner shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 3 years, but which may extend to 5 years, and shall be liable to fine. Section 371, it provides that whoever habitually imports, exports, removes, buys, sells, traffics, or deals in slaves shall be punished with imprisonment for a life, with imprisonment of either description for a term not exceeding the 7 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Section 372, it provides selling minor for purposes of prostitution. Whoever sells, lets to hire, or otherwise disposes any person under the age of 18 years with intent that such person shall at any age be employed or used for the purpose of prostitution or illicit intercourse with any person or for any immoral, unlawful purpose shall be punished with punishment which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Section 373, it provides that whoever buys, hires, or otherwise obtains possession of any person under the age of 18 years with intent that such person shall be at any age be employed or used for the purpose of prostitution or illicit intercourse with any person or for any unlawful and immoral purpose, or knowing it to be likely that such person will at any age be employed or used for any purpose, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Now, we have discussed about the various provisions which are available to women in respect of kidnapping, and another is abduction, which is available in IPC, that is section 362. Whoever by force, compels, or by any deceitful means induces any person to go from any place is said to abduct that person. So these are the provisions specially available in the IPC which is related to kidnapping and abduction, and these are the provisions which are available for women against violence.